Hey, what's going on, guys? Um, Sorry, I've been gone for a little while. We got a pretty massive snowstorm here in Colorado. Um, so out of all the years that I've lived here, this is by far probably, at least in the city. I mean, the mountains always gets hit, but in the city, especially this part of the city, we don't really get a lot of snow. We get some here and there. We get like little mini storms, but this is the first time we got hit with like 13 inches of snow. So, I mean, some people probably think 13 inches is nothing because maybe they live in Minnesota or something like that, and they're like, "Oh man, we get that all the time." But for this part of the city, we don't we get like maybe like 3-4 inches, you know. So 13 inches is just a lot for me to deal with, and um, sorry about that. I don't usually deal with that much. So I did take kind of like a couple of days off. I've been doing it like a couple hours, like here and there. Like I'll sneak out during the day when the sun hits because it's actually been relatively warm. It's been like 40, 50 degrees, so it's been melting the snow. So I've been trying to go out for a couple hours here and there, and just try to dash. But then once night falls and everything starts freezing back up again, I go home. So I haven't been doing my normal 8 hour shifts. I've been doing like 2-3 hours. So I haven't been making any content, and I feel really bad. So I apologize, y'all. But so I did go out. This is actually for yesterday. And I'm gonna go out here for a couple hours tonight. Everything looks like it's pretty much melting off the roadways. So, but yeah, I went out yesterday. I guess you can see by my timestamp, this is like 1:18. Got my first order. It was McDonald's, $12, which is a really solid, order for McDonald's. 3.9 miles. So I went ahead, definitely took that, and got that delivered. I didn't get the screenshot after I dropped it off. I apologize. Um, I think it's because I got this rock and roll sushi like right away. I think that's why I think the screenshot actually didn't come in. Like normally when you take the picture and you drop everything off and it tells you your like little mini summary or whatever. This order came in right away. So I did take this originally as I was driving to the destination. It just disappeared on my screen, so I'm assuming it got canceled. But it was going to be for $13.75 at Rock and Roll Sushi and Hibachi for 7 miles. So that one canceled. And then right away, the same plaza where the Rock and Roll Hibachi is Firehouse Subs. And this one was for $15.25 for 12.5 miles. I declined it. I didn't feel like driving the 12.5 miles. I'll be honest with you. I'm starting to be a little bit more picky on my miles. I just didn't feel like making that long trip. Not saying that I'm never going to take a long mile trip again because this is Colorado, and if you don't, you will not be dashing because I mean you just get them quite often. But I'm gonna just be very, very limited. Like it's only gonna have to go in a certain direction. If it goes in a direction I don't like, I'm not taking it, no matter what. So, but yeah, I didn't take this one. I didn't want to travel the 12 and a half, and then 12 and a half back. That's just a lot for $15. And then I got this one at KFC. It's still kind of a garbage order, but it's only 5 miles. It's $6.50 for 5.3 miles. I did take this one. KFC's actually been relatively better lately. They've been known to be pretty slow, but they've the last month or so they've been pretty good. They've been ready almost immediately after getting there. So I took that one. And then I got a 6.25 for Garbanzo for 2.4 miles. I don't know why I didn't get the screen. I don't know what's going on with these screenshots. I didn't get the summary screen, but I think maybe it does not showing as an add-on. It's showing as like a regular offer, but 650 for 5.3 and 625 for 2.4 for Garbanza. But then you can see the right there that includes both of those orders plus the original order because it says 3 out of 5. So there's the summary for all three of those orders, $24.75 for a little over, an hour and 19 minutes. I'm not sure what those three dots are, guys. I'm going to have to figure it out. Every time I go to tap my screen to take a screenshot, it shows like the dots for like my fingerprint would be or whatever. So I was looking through all my settings and I don't know what that is. I went to my accessibility and all that. I can't find anything in there, so I'm going to have to probably just Google it. But it's on every one of my screenshots, so I do apologize for that. And then I got this Pizza Hut, $6.65 for 2.4. Yeah, we went ahead and took that. It's only 2 miles. And it was right down the street from where I was at. So there you go, $31.40 for 1 hour, 47 minutes. And then KFC again, $6.50 for 3.7. Absolutely, we take that. I kind of like how it shows on the map now. It actually shows, like if you're going out of zone, it actually shows that you're going out of zone, and it shows if that zone is busy or not. In case, you get the little notification saying, do you want to switch zones? But at least I know that I'm going out of zone and where I'm going out of zone, so it's kind of cool. And then there you go, $37.90 for 2.5 hours. And then I got a $12 Culver's. It is a stacked order, but it's only going 4.8, guys. That was it, 4.8. And as you can see, it's pretty easy drop off. It's heading in one direction, and then just a little south of that is the next one. So it was a pretty fairly quick drop off. There you go, $49.90, 3 hours 9 minutes, 6 out of 8 offers accepted. And then I get a stacked Chipotle. Same Chipotle. You could tell the orders, one was probably placed through DoorDash and one was probably placed through Chipotle, just because one says Chipotle and one says Chipotle Mexican Grill, even though it's exactly the same place. But $10.75 for 5.9. So pretty good. I mean, I'm keeping it up with these low mile offers now. After I got a couple of those big ones declined, now they're giving me a lot of lower trip offers, which I like. So there's the $60.65 for 3 hours and 58 minutes. And then I got this one, $14 as Jasmine Cafe and Little Caesars, both in the same plaza, both right next to each other. $14 for 6.7. It's a little higher on the miles, but it's still pretty manageable, single-digit miles. So we got that dropped off. It was $11.75 in tips, pretty easy. So $74.65 for 4.5. I think originally I was going to end it here. I was only going to do the 4.5. It started getting kind of late. This was like a little after 5 o'clock. Sun was already down, and I kind of wanted to just go home and finish watching the football game. So I did log out there. But then as I was traveling back home, I said, let me just throw it on and see if I get anything. So before I do that, I just want to show you the miles. Okay. So 53 miles. That's all I did yesterday. Well, for the first trip, I think I did take a couple of offers. I'll show you those here in a second, and the mileage for those as well. On my way back home, but for the 4.5 hours, I drove 53.1 miles. Okay, so 53 miles divided by the $74.65 is $1.40 per mile. And then on my way home, I did get this one. I was like, $13, 5 miles. L&L Hawaiian and Man vs. Fries. I was right there. So I just decided to just do it real quick and knock it out. So as you can see, it only took me 29 minutes. And 9 minutes was waiting in the restaurant, honestly. So it was only like a 20-minute trip, $13. So I got that out the way. And then I did get a Panda as well, because right when I dropped that off, I was pretty close to Panda. So 2.9, it was $6.71 for 2.9. So I did take that one, and it's bringing me closer to my house at this point. So yeah, perfect. It's bringing me closer to my house. So I went ahead and took that. I was going to kind of like end it there. But then they gave me a stacked Sonic for $6.75 an additional 2 miles. I originally did take this one. But I got in line, and the line was just ridiculous long. So I used my worry-free unassign, and I unassigned from it because there was like 6 or 7 cars in front of me, and I wasn't going to wait. So I unassigned from that, and then I dropped off the Panda order, and then there you go, $19.71 for 1 hour. So a little under $20, 30 cents under $20 for the hour. And then that's kind of where I ended it. So the $19.71, I did drive the 14 miles for those couple of offers. Still $1.40 per mile, just like the first run. And then as far as the average, I made $94 yesterday. I worked 5.5 hours. So that's an average of $17.09 per hour. So that was it. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, $94 I made, and went like what, 60, under 70 miles total for the day. And yeah, I'm gonna go out now for a couple hours. It is starting to kind of get dark, but it's okay. It's going on 5 o'clock. I'll work probably until 8-ish, depending upon how good I do. And then tomorrow, let's see, tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, I think I will be dashing most of the day. Tomorrow, I do got to go sign some things for my apartment that I'll be moving into the end of next month. Yeah, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. That should probably only take about 15 minutes, and then the rest of the day I should be dashing. Sorry, barring any setbacks or any other, things that, people want to throw at me, like things to do. I don't have anything on my calendar, so I should be good to go. But anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all as always, man. Until the next one, stay safe, make good decisions, and get that moolah.